beginning to think you might like me. Are you stalking me? Maybe I should get a restraining order. Okay. No, for real though. Today I'm going to talk about something kind of short. It's a rant on parenting. Yay, everybody loves those, but I think most parents have those moments. And then at the end of the video, I have a couple of funny clips from earlier today. My husband and my daughter and my close friend, they did the cinnamon challenge, and then my daughter got attacked by my husband and this other friend at the ball field, and yeah, just a couple of funny clips to add at the end, just to be like, yay, something to lighten the mood after I go on my rant. But my rant today is about parenting or lack thereof. Okay, so you look at all these other kids out there, and you see kids in the stores throwing a fit, or you know, young teenagers out late walking the streets, and or you see a kid back-mouthing his mom or back-talking his parents or whatever, and you just sit back and you're like, man, I feel sorry for that mom. I wouldn't want to be that mom. But you should feel sorry for the kid, because the kid wasn't born that way. They weren't born to be little asses, okay? They were raised and conditioned that way. I'm that annoying person that if I'm out somewhere and there's some kid back-mouthing their parent or back-talking or just being ugly, I'm that annoying person that's like, you need to quit letting that kid get away with that. Pop their butt or something. Because you're teaching that kid not to respect other people. They're not going to respect you, and they're not going to respect anyone else, which means that they're not going to have a chance to, you know, do good and be good at their job or good at college or whatever, because they're not going to understand that at some point you don't talk to people that way. And, you know, you people sit back. I don't know if you've ever heard that saying, it takes a village to raise a child, and it really does. Because I can teach my kids everything that I can, and then they're going to go out here in the world, and then other people are going to teach them things that didn't come from me. And parents, you don't take it personally when you see all these bad parents out there. But me, I take it personally, because I'm like, you're raising someone that's going to be raised with my kid. You know, they're going to be doing things around my children. They could be the child that, you know, teaches them to hate school, or the child that encourages them to do drugs or drink or whatever, or, you know, the drunk driver that hits them later, or, you know, the crappy person that they get involved with and ends up either breaking their heart or just using them for something or whatever, you know. So you're looking at these little kids, and if you got kids around that age and you're taking this person being a crappy parent and you're just like, oh, whatever, you know, you just ignore it, that's going to impact your life one day. Everything is a butterfly effect. So that child that person is raising is going to impact your child in one way or another. And society nowadays is so messed up. Like, back when I was a teenager, which wasn't that long ago, you know, girls were a little bit more modest. You know, they didn't let all of themselves hang out. They weren't showing off their boobs, and they weren't showing off their stomachs. And, you know, if you were a little bit heavy or had weight on you, you tried to be modest, cover it up. There we go. You tried to cover it up. But you got girls nowadays that are wearing like skin tight shirts and letting everything they got hang out and everything else, and it's like, no, who does your shopping? Because I don't know very many 12, 13, 14-year-old girls that have jobs and make their own money and go buy their own clothes, which means that there's a parent out there buying these things for that child. What the hell are you thinking? Okay? I don't want to see that. I don't want my kids to see that. It's nasty. Put some damn clothes on. Teach your child some respect. Teach them to have respect for themselves. And you got so many things are out of order nowadays, and it just makes everything so much harder for the parents that are trying to be good parents and are trying to teach their kids morals and respect. Like, when my oldest daughter was in 5th grade, she's in 10th grade now, but when she was in 5th grade, I had her teacher call me. And she calls me and she starts talking to me and asking me random little questions, and she's all like, and how do you discipline your children, and what do you do if they come home with a bad grade? And I'm like, well, I discipline my kids by grounding them. We usually have very long talks that consist of hours to explain and break things down that were done wrong, so I can put it in every angle possible so they understand it. Because one thing that parents do wrong is sit there and say, because I said so, or because you just need to do it, or this is wrong. You know, you have to explain to children why things are wrong, or they're not going to see it that way. Anyways, so the teacher's all talking to me and asking me these questions, and it was like really weird. I didn't understand why. Come to find out, my daughter had gotten a test grade back in May in '88, and she was really upset about it in school. And she was so upset that the teacher's like, you know, what happens? Are you scared to go home? You know, you made a decent grade. And Alyssa's like, well, I think that I could have done better on this. And the teacher was thinking that I abused her or beat her or something for getting a bad grade. Now, you got to understand my kid. This child is in 10th grade now. She's never, ever made under an A on a report card. She busts her butt all the time to make good grades. And not because I'm going to beat the hell out of her if she doesn't, but just because she wants to do good. She doesn't accept less from herself. And after the teacher called me and asked me all these questions and I found out what happened, I got irate. I was pissed. Because I was like, why aren't you calling the kids' parents that made crappy grades? Why is it all of a sudden that you expect children to do bad or not care? You know, a kid gets a C or something, and they're like, yeah, whatever. Why don't you call that person's parent and be like, your kid doesn't care that they made a bad grade. Maybe you're not doing something right. But instead, you call the parent of the child who was upset that they wanted to make a better grade. How stupid is that? It's a prime example of how dumb society is nowadays. It's more acceptable to accept that kids don't care, and it's harder to accept the fact that they do, like there's something going wrong at the house if they care. In my opinion, that means that there's something going on right, because that child cares, and that child has respect for themselves, and they want to do good, and they have morals. So, in short, you know, when you're sitting back and you're out somewhere, if you take your kids to the park, or you go to the bowling alley, or you go do something with your children and you're out, or you're at the grocery store or wherever, and you see someone being a crappy parent, they're letting their kid go do whatever, or letting their kids run around like friggin' hoodlums, and they're just getting into all kinds of mess and nobody's watching them, or they're letting them talk bad to other people, or, you know, you got little kids giving the finger and cursing and everything else. Step back for 2 seconds and realize that's your future too. You might sit there and overlook it, and you might sit there and just be, you know, thinking to yourself, yeah, that's some crappy parenting there. Say it. Let people know that it's crappy parenting. Because if society didn't accept it so much, maybe people wouldn't do it as much. Because I don't want those children being the crazy people that impact my children's life later. So, people, quit sitting back and watching our future go down the drain. Grow a pair and tell people that they're being crappy parents. Let them know, because they need to hear it. I would want to hear it. So, that is my rant for today. Like, subscribe, comment, share. Let us know what's going on. Let me know your opinions on everything. And enjoy these upcoming clips of my crazy family. Bye.
Get your John.
That's what you always say.
Help him, John. Get her up.
Ow, she bit me.
Automatic down.
I think it's armadillos that play dead. Or
Yeah.
possum.
All right.
Oh my god. Daddy wants to save me. Pick me up.
Dude, she just took off. Oh man. That's fucking funny, dude. Haha.
I lost my phone.
No, it's okay.
You were right.
Both of you, look at me. I'm about to do the stupidest thing in my entire life. Wait, should we like build up saliva?
I don't know how you do it.
Gross. Hey, Mama.
It's ugly.
Mm-hmm.
I can't see anyone.
I'm in my nose. We didn't get drink. I didn't get drink.
Tell Johnny not to do it yet. Mama, is Johnny doing it?
No.
Okay, tell him not to do it yet.
I bit you.
Oh my gosh, Alyssa did it with no water.
Oh my god, that was terrible.
It wasn't so bad, but
Oh.
now back tag him.
There's the C word in my teeth.
Is John doing it
Yep.
right now?
Mm.
Don't, I did it. I promise you, I did it.
Ugh. I can't do it.
I couldn't do it either. That's actually really terrible.
I did it. Oh my god, I feel like an awesome. Ow. I feel so awesome.
Since you got to do it, maybe you have to do it again.
It's the back of my throat.
John, you lose.